On to race number 8 and more debutants here to get our teeth into. It's a Class 2 over the 1400 metres, headed by Rivet, Booming Delight's brother, and a Group 1 winner from the UK, Tommy Berry and John Moore. Little Giant unfortunately scratched. Pingu Spark behind Marvel Tribe last time out, who won at big odds. Singapore Sling makes his debut over from South Africa. Belated debut for Circuit Glory. Dr. Jeff debuts as well. Kingsfield roll forward. Time to celebrate. Last start winner goes up in class. Red Rose Warrior up in class as well. Just his second start.
Yeah, another fascinating race with all sorts of plots and subplots. But Kingsfield and Marvel Tribe, they look to be the two to move on here, with Kingsfield being drawn quite wide. Pingu Spark should be able to get a pretty good run, and Time to Celebrate, well, he improved a lot for his first run. Second time out, I think he'll be there or thereabouts again.
Well, they don't arrive in Hong Kong much higher than this. 95 is his arrival rating. Rivet, 2-year-old Group 1 winner in the UK, as Andrew mentioned. He's 11.26 pounds. He's had 2 trials. He's finished well back in both. Interested to hear what Jenny has to say, but he's got plenty of quality. Wouldn't be surprised if he pinged first up. Singapore Sling, Group 2 winner in South Africa, moving nicely, £1,068. And Time to Celebrate continues to roll on nicely. Made a huge impression from his first up to his second up run. Now he's up in class and he gets in with a lightweight. I think he'll be very competitive.
All right, it's Time to Celebrate. We'll come back to have a look at it in a second. But Marvel Tribe is where we'll start. If you found him, you'll enjoy watching this one again, because he was a big price, 50-50 in behind. Pingu Spark just couldn't quite peg him back there.
Yeah, and he nearly won at a massive price earlier on in the season, Marvel Tribe. We thought might have been a bit of a fluke, but then he won subsequently, and then he's won here as well. So he's had a fantastic campaign. He's gone from 77 to 89. The handicapper might have him, but you could have probably said that about him last time out, and he produced a really good performance. Pingu Spark's got a slightly better draw on this occasion. He'll be on the inside probably of Marvel Tribe, so he might be able to get to the fence a bit quicker than he could last time out. And for me, he's still got loads of potential, Pingu Sparks. I think he's got every chance of overturning that form.
Yep, he's certainly not fully furnished yet, you wouldn't think, Pingu Spark. So second run at the 1400, I expect him to find a little more.
All right. Definite chances for them then. Time to Celebrate was a winner last time out. Did it from a wide gate, got across, sat behind the speed. Can he do it again?
I think he can, Andrew. This was a very good effort. They ran 1:21.72, and at this stage he can't win. And then all of a sudden he just digs in, finds a little bit more, and runs over the top of Spicy Shore. Now he comes in 10 pound lighter, up in class, similar type of barrier. In fact, he's got a better barrier. He's got barrier 6 as opposed to 13. He'll get a more economical run in the race, and I think there's still plenty of improvement in him. He's hard to beat for me.
Yeah, got him on a second line, so he's going to be thereabouts, I reckon.
All right, OK, another major player. The first starters, we've got 3 of them in the one trial here. Dr. Jeff, Singapore Sling, and Rivet. I don't think he enjoys the dirt that much.
Well, you've been doing most of the trials, John. Yeah. What do you make of these? Well,
I think Rivet's, I think you've probably got to give him a bit of a pass for this, as Andrew said, because he was on the dirt. Dr. Jeff is very interesting. He's finished off really strongly here, winner of the Tetrarch Stakes back in Ireland. And Singapore Sling, you were talking about his South African form as well. There are 3 very interesting recruits. Of the 3 of them, specifically 4 shot in on Sunday afternoon, I'd have Dr. Jeff. Looking at that trial, I would agree with you. I just get the feeling Rivet's got so much class, though. He, he's a bit like a sacred elixir. He might just be good enough on the day. So they're all interesting runners.
The turf trial was much better. Didn't ask him to do much, but you could tell he was much happier on the surface. But certainly had some spice in here, Brett. But Time to Celebrate for you. Yeah, he's the one for me, Andrew. I think just coming in with a lightweight, good barrier this time, more improvement expected, and the time he ran last start was quite competitive. So I'll make him the best of the day to run over Pingu Spark. I'm going to throw Green Card in with blinkers for the first time. And then I looked at Rivet, Dr. Jeff and Singapore Sling and threw in Rivet just because of the quality factor. OK, then I've got Pingu Spark on top over Time to Celebrate, so the same queue as Brett, just in a different order. Marvel Tribe, I think, is difficult to ignore given what he's done this season. And of those 3 excellent trialists that we saw, Dr. Jeff is the one for me. This was his trip back in Ireland, and I think they found a good race for him first up. He's trialled pretty well. I think he'll go nicely. But Pingu Spark to win, for me, is the best bet. Andrew, you made mention of Dr. Jeff Wednesday night. I get the feeling you'll be sneaking him in the tips too? No. No. No, it came down to the wire. It was between the 3. I went with Rivet as well in the end.
Did you?
Yeah, I think you just ignore that dirt trial. But yeah, a lot of respect for Dr. Jeff. But We've only got 4 spots.
There are some nice horses making their debuts on Sunday, that's for sure.
Yeah, looking forward to it. That was race number 8. 2 more to go. Race 9 comes up next.